Wendy, we're here, and thank you for joining me in conversation with some of the people whose memorable performances you can enjoy during the 9th Faversham Fringe, Faversham's very own Fringe Festival, which is running from the 3rd until the 26th of October. On Friday, the 3rd of October at 7 p.m. in the Alexander Centre, there will be a performance of the Improvised Surprise Party. And today I'm talking to Julie and Sarah about their show. Hi, Julie. Hi, Sarah. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, thank you.
So, what inspired you both to create an improv show around party planning? And how does it differ from other stuff you've done?
Well, Sarah and I have worked together as Twimprov for over 7 years now as a duo, and we've experimented with different formats, but we've never actually run our own whole show. So usually we perform at different festivals and do all sorts of things, including innovation with a custard pie. But for this show, we really felt that we're very playful and we love the idea of immersion. So we thought, oh, for actually our show, let's create a really immersive environment where everyone from the first moment feels that they're part of this party, and then it will unfold. So we think it's a lovely sort of premise to then add in lots of fun improv games and lots of scene work and audience participation.
Including custard pies?
Sadly, no custard pie in this one, but that might actually mean people are more likely to attend. I don't know.
Perhaps. So you've given us a clue about what this is all about, but tell us a bit more about the improvised surprise party. Sarah.
Yeah, so basically there's some things we probably won't say as to not give it away too much, but I think what's important for people to know is, as Julie said, we're quite interested in immersive theatre and fun experiences for audiences. So they will be coming into something that feels very much like a party, and there will be things for them to do and things for them to immerse themselves in. It's really important to say people can join in as much as they feel comfortable with. So if there's somebody who just really likes to watch, of course they can do that. There will be some opportunity for people to get involved a little bit. It will basically be a series of improvised scenes and games wrapped up in the conceit of a party. And the idea being that we're throwing this party for a very special certain somebody. I'm sounding very mysterious, but I think I kind of have to be. Yeah, I think that's probably the main conceit, really. Just this idea of you're coming along to a really fun party experience and everything you see will be entirely improvised and made up on the spot by us.
Okay, and is it suitable for all ages? I mean, will young children enjoy it?
It's for people age 16 plus specifically, so
Right.
there won't be anything.
Just making sure, because there might be people who think party children. Great. So
Absolutely,
remember that,
it's more
people 16 plus party. So is there a particular part of the party that Faversham audiences will relate to?
Well,
Specifically?
Well, for a start, we are both from the local area, so we try to weave in local references as far as possible, and we will be asking the audience for suggestions so that they can help us create our different scenes. So we will be specifically asking for some which are Faversham related. And also, we're really delighted to be debuting this new show in Faversham, because we've played Faversham Fringe before in lots of different guises with different acts and different shows. And so it felt really special to us, actually, to come to Faversham Fringe, hence friendliest Fringe, and to do this on home turf. So we hope that we can weave in lots of things of interest to local people.
Brilliant. So really, as you say, getting people involved and inspiring you for your improv work.
Yes. Yeah, because we need that inspiration, because as Sarah said, everything will be completely made up on the spot.
So I think this is a question that you've already answered several times, that your audience is going to laugh. Are they going to feel anything else? You know, you're going to make them cry because they lose a game?
I mean, quite possibly if they're competitive. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing with improv. It's not always funny. you know, hopefully on purpose when it's not. But I think there's a whole there'll be a whole range of emotions that people are going to go through. It will be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, I think, in some respects. Definitely, it's a light-hearted show and it's a fun show. Definitely, but there will actually be quite a lot of layers to it as well, without sounding like I'm trying to be some kind of performance artiste, but it's it will definitely have lots of layers to it for sure.
Brilliant. Okay, so you've both performed together, you've done lots over the last 7 years. Improv, stand-up is always nerve-wracking and inspiring and exhilarating, but have you both individually got a memorable moment that you will never forget from a performance? And let's have both of you answer this.
Oh, lovely. So I always think of improv as both the fun and the fear. And for me as a performer, it kind of needs to just strike a balance. And sometimes it goes one way or the other. I can think of a memorable moment when we were doing, again, an innovative format, but it involved a live bassoonist. And I just remember we were performing at an improv venue in Nottingham, and just the audience's faces when we mentioned that a Baroque bassoonist, we sort of mentioned this Baroque bassoonist, and then suddenly he appeared from the curtains. Just like, okay. The great thing is, improv is ripe for surprise and innovation. And I think if we can underscore it with Baroque bassoon, all the better.
Yeah, I agree. We often have moments. We did Maidstone Improv Festival last weekend, which was really fun, and we just had this moment before we went on stage where we were just laughing, going, "Look, this is our lives." You know, we were there with a big custard pie about to perform our show, and actually, Julie, exactly what Julie said. Like for us, it's that slight element of risk and pushing the boundaries and experimenting with ideas is really, really delightful. And our show Chekhov's Pie that we also do, where we do somebody ends up with a custard pie in your face and you have to carry on as if it hasn't happened. There have been quite a few shows. We did it at Oslo, at an improv festival in Oslo, and that was amazing. Just that feeling of how fun the audience find that when you're absolutely just covered in cream but still trying to really commit to your scene. That was one of my most favourite moments for sure.
It's true.
So actually, the fear side is also inspirational and drives you on.
It's just exciting. It's that feeling of adrenaline, and that you're pushing yourself to take some risks as a performer is actually incredibly fun.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I was brave. So what's the one thing each of you hope your fringe audience in Faversham will take away from this show?
Yeah, I hope that they will, first of all, just I would love it if they went away with that feeling of just, I've had a really fun time and I feel happier than when I came in. You know, it's that idea of just that kind of roller coaster of just having fun and letting things go and just playing. Actually, I think as adults, we rarely get the chance to kind of let our inner child out. I mean, some would say that mine is out too much all the time, but generally in life, we don't get that. And this will be a space where you can do that and you can play as much as you feel comfortable. And actually, I do think, although it's fun and lighthearted, I think that's really important, particularly on a Friday night after a long week of work.
Brilliant. Okay. Julie.
Yeah, I would completely agree, actually. Just sort of almost like those playful, simple pleasures. We're going back to sort of basics and just being there in a room with other people, having fun. You know, it won't be rude, it won't be unpleasant, it won't be high tech. It'll just be, hopefully, really playful, really fun. And who knows, maybe it'll inspire other people to get involved in improv, take a class or something.
Fantastic. Okay, so if you want to go and find your inner child, laugh, and you're over 16, then book your tickets for Friday the 3rd of October at 7 p.m. in the Alexander Centre, online at favershamfringe.co.uk/what's-on, and ensure you and your friends don't miss this surreal and innovative improvised surprise party. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Sarah, for talking to Radio Faversham and the people of Faversham today, and very best of luck with your show. Sounds great fun.
Thank
you,
you.
Wendy.
Thank you so much.